fish. I'm my bro.
Too.
What's up, fellas? We're gonna do another duck hunting loadout 2020. So I'm gonna go over my stuff first, and then Tom's gonna go over his stuff. How many of you guys are ready for duck season? Comment below. Let's get started. First off, prayer rug. Nothing's changed. Still the same.
What year is that?
This is a 2010 special. Used to be in the old house, and now it's pretty much washed up. All right, dog stand. This is a lot better. This is my favorite dog stand. I've tried 3 dog stands so far. This one by far is my favorite. It's the
Momarsh.
Yeah, the Momarsh. I was about to say Brigham, right? But Momarsh line, and it's got a cover. I just don't have it out here right now. You can adjust the legs. They're buckled up right now. This does really good in the mud, like in the wetlands and grasslands like we hunt, so I like that. It don't just keep sinking in the mud.
How hot is it right now?
It is at least 99 degrees outside at this very moment. This is also the Brigham Right ground blind. I like this because we're always like packing, it seems like, and we want to go as light as possible. There you go. I need to mud it up, honestly, or spray paint it, get it real matted because it's kind of shiny right now. This is something different. I used this at the end of last year. Me and CJ Correa switched out. He took the medium jet sled. I took this extra large one. I just got this one and swapped him because I wanted a bigger one. He wanted a smaller one. It seemed like we were taking more and more decoys. And I will tell you that medium one, when you have like 3-4 dozen decoys that you can't get them all in there, everything's falling out. It sinks when you're in the pond. So it's just like I finally decided just to go ahead and get a bigger one. And trust me, it's way better, don't you think?
More room for the dog.
Yeah. All the dog
stuff,
junk and all that stuff too. This is seed. I don't really ever use this one. I'm not a favorite fan of it because it doesn't fold, but I keep it in case. This one is the one I like. I've used, me and Travis and all these guys have used these for years. It's the Avery Marsh seat, and these flap out at the end. That way it don't keep sinking down and down in the mud. And then you can actually adjust the seat height, and then when you're ready to use it, the seat flips over and it locks in like that. So nothing's changed. We've been using those for a long time. I won't do all my decoys at once, but since this is right here, gotta use the coots, man. So I got like 6 of these greenhead gear coots, and these things are tougher than nails. They'll probably last longer than any decoy I have, I'm sure. And the cool thing is, if you want to repaint them, black spray paint. All right, let's see what's inside this. By the way, I have 2 of these. Sarah got me one for Christmas, right? Or was it my birthday, Thomas? You helped her out with that one.
I think it was your birthday.
And my good old brother helped out tremendously, her picking her gifts, and I will say he did a very good job. The reason I like this bag so much is it's got the backpack straps, and it's very comfortable, and you can stick a ton of decoys. I have a lot in this one. I think I have like probably 30 some decoys in here, maybe more. But it's got backpack straps, but it's also got carrying handles if you don't want to use that. The zippers are really tough. That's a big thing, is these cheap bags. I got one right there. To me, they tear quick. Tangle Free makes really good blind bags. Uh-oh. Shabala. The first time for 2020 to say it, and it feels so good. I got like 6 of these. I got a ton of bluing teal. These are Tangle Free. Someone was asking me the other day what were those spinny decoys, and they're Tangle Free. I like them. Paint does scratch a little bit, be honest with you, but all in all, they're good. What I got my decoys rigged up to, guys, is the D-cup. That's what I personally use, and Travis has that on all his decoys. And Tom's has on some of his too. But then I do this with Tangle Free line because this stuff doesn't float up on the top of the surface. And then D-cupped, we work with him. He makes these so it's double-sided hook weight. So if you're wearing gloves or something, you can get to it real easy. But this bungee, it's nice because I wrap my decoys, and this bungee won't break like a lot of other brands. So you can stretch it out. Even leave it over the whole season, still won't have no issues.
Plastic stuff.
Yeah, that plastic stuff snaps once it gets wet and dried out. This will never break. Plus, when these are hooked up and you got gloves on, you still got something to take a finger and unhook it. Blue wing teal, I think I got a dozen of these. It's not like we see these every day, but it's nice to have a teal decoy, and you can get these for cheap, and they're small. So I can get a lot in and make my spread look bigger. I got a bunch of pintails. These are the greenhead gear, the GHGs. The paint kind of comes off on these too, but I like out of the box. To me, they look pretty matte colored and not too shiny.
Those are the Pro Series.
Yeah, these are the Pro Series too, by the way, so they don't. Luckily, it's super cool out here right now. I like these. And then these are the Avian X's, but these are old. These are probably 6 years old. Rocky got onto this one a little bit, but these look really good too. I am a big Avian X fan. Paint definitely bleaches after a while, I'll tell you that. Some widgeon. It's greenhead gear also. We bought a bunch of greenhead gears last year. Green wing teal. widgeon hen. So I got about, like I said, I got about 30 decoys in here. I won't go over all those. Pretty much showed you what I had. Browning 85, still faithful as ever. What I did different this time, I added an ultra glow. I think it's ultra glow or ultra glow sight on here, because if you guys watch any of the hunt videos, unless you're new to the channel, I was always shooting, or if I missed, I was shooting over the top. And this is obviously bigger. My gun has to drop because this is higher, therefore I'm shooting a little lower. Love this gun, man. I'm still, people are like, why'd you get the Frankie? I'm like, because it's a 20 gauge. This is a 12. So this gun, I love this gun. It's done good for me. I got the Kicks High Flyer full choke. And yes, I love the full. I started shooting it like the last 3 weeks of last season, and I'm not turning back unless I know they're gonna be 10 yards from me. I'll put a improved cylinder or something in, but I'm leaving that full one. Love out patterns. This year new as well is the Rig 'em Right lock and load decoy bag, or blind bag, I'm sorry. I love this thing. It's super lightweight, get in and out, place is easy. And I did a review on that, so I'm not gonna go in details. You can check that link out right here. Dead end game calls. I'm not gonna go through all this. I already did a review, my blind bag review. If you guys wanna see that and see what's in my blind bag, you can click on this link. Just make sure you finish this video first. But flashlight, all the good stuff in there. We will be shooting heavy metal 3-inch 4-shot. It's the best out there in my opinion. And you know what's cool? I already thought that for the last 2 years, and now we're actually working with heavy shots. So it even feels even better to say that, because I'm not saying that because they're sponsoring us. I'm saying it because it's the truth. And we also are gonna be shooting a little bit of heavy bismuth too. And we got some heavy hammer, very affordable. If you guys trying to save money on shells, heavy hammer is the way to go, and because it's still got some bismuth in there. This is another blind bag I got, the tangle free. I will be using this at certain times, just depends on the situation. That one's smaller, lightweight. This one I could get a little more stuff, so depending. I'm not getting rid of this, I'm still gonna keep it. Dry bag, Thomas, I know a lot of duck hunters, you guys have used dry bags for years. I just never did. Thomas started using one last year and I loved it. And I stole it a couple times and I finally got my own, but this is a banded dry bag that we got our Delta Waterfowl banquet. So like camera gear and stuff like that, or if it's raining, it's nice to keep extra clothes in here. I got a swimmer I used last year. I think it was huge. The motion of it swimming around. I don't think it's real decoy. Honestly, I wasn't, it looked great, but it gets a little bit of stuff in there and just really bogs it down. So I don't know, I'll still use it as long as it lasts. That's pretty much all I got in here. I got a couple ripplers, Mojo ripplers. They're okay. Kind of had issues with them sinking a little bit. If you guys want to ask any questions about any of my stuff or Thomas's, don't be afraid to ask in the comments below and we'll get back to you on that. This gun, I bought this last year. This is the Frankie Effendi Elite 3. Little 20 gauge, I love this gun. Right now I've got the, it comes with true lock chokes when you buy this. This is the Elite one. I got the mid-range choke in there right now. And it's funny because it's got that same bead on this that I end up putting on that, and that's why I bought that bead, because it had it on this gun already and I really liked it. Shoot pretty good with it, honestly, I feel like I do. Use heavy hammer for this and it just folds the birds. Tangle-free floating gun case. Really like that. You can put your chokes in here, straps, shoulder strap, whatever. Old Faithful. Nothing's changed, still using the old Sitka waders. If you have the money, get them. You won't regret it, promise you that. I guarantee there ain't one person that's bought those waders that don't like them. All right, the Old Town, you're gonna see me a lot. I know I said this last year, but a lot of things got in the way of it. I have a different job this year and I have a lot more free time to go hunting. Thank you, Jesus. But the Old Town Discovery 119, me and this girl are gonna go some places this year and I can't wait to take you guys along in our hunts in this. Thomas has one as well. I got the paddles with it. They sent us. We got these last year, the Carlisle paddles. Really like these. You can break them down for traveling. Very comfortable. You can put, they have a perfect layout blind for this too. I might actually get. And then also the PFD that you guys know I'm not too well known for wearing, but I will be wearing this, especially if I do some bay hunts. If. I don't know, man, out there we have a lot of sharks in our bay, so I'm kind of still debating that, but I'd really like to get on some divers. Really like to get on some divers this year. Email us if you got any spots. HTR Innovations has this quack pack. We didn't really use it for what it was designed for, but it still worked. It's like a layout, and you know, it's kind of meant for cornfield and stuff, but man, we used it on the honker hunt last year,
Go click that video.
Oh yeah, click on that right here if you want. We got a lot of videos. We're probably making half the people leave to go watch other videos, but this thing worked great. We kind of dug it out a little bit, stuck it down in there. I've got one, Thomas has one. Money. This big boy, I started using last year from a subscriber that told me to check it out, and they weren't wrong. It's a Rogers cart. It's a 600-pound cart. It's symmetrical. It's the same on each side no matter which way you use. And I put that large sled. It works perfectly, super balanced, and again, it just pushes with ease in my opinion. And then it's nice because it folds up. It is a little bit more bulky, honestly, guys, but this is a Rogers game cart. Go on their site, rogerssportinggoods.com. Check you out if you're looking for a new sled for this year. 360 solo blind. I'm not gonna open it all the way out. It just goes in a complete circle. Maybe I'll pop a picture up on the screen, but me and Thomas took, do you remember what brand grass was? Do you remember who that was from?
I think Rig'em Right might sell.
Was it Rig'em Right?
Sell it.
We picked it up at Sportsman's Warehouse, and I can't remember what brand this is, but anyways, we zip tied it. It needs to be fixed for this year. We haven't done that yet. But this is a tangle-free 360 solo blind. But really, it says solo, but you can fit 2 guys in there super easy.
Or a guy and a dog too.
Yeah, because it actually has a dog exit.
Yeah.
I never cut it out on this one for Rocky because I didn't use him when I used this. I have a couple places this year I definitely wish last year I would have used this at, but I just didn't know. But I'm definitely gonna be using it this year. More decoys, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe. These are those Dakota decoys, the floatable, packable mallards. Floatable. What is that supposed to mean? The floatable?
Floatable Dakota packables.
Hopefully all decoys are floatable. These are the
They're
packable.
all sinkable.
They are. It's kind of a little odd, but you blow them up, you can pack them down and pop the end off. I just feel bad doing this, but that's what they are made for, is to bring them down like that. Like if you want to pack a bunch in your backpack and go somewhere it's hard to get to. Don't over blow these up, because if you do, they have a tendency to kind of stay on one side. If you guys do buy these, we really like them. The color's great, the size is great. Johnny bought them first, right? And then you hunted with him, you liked them, and then I liked them when I see him and I bought some, I think. I don't think he likes them anymore though. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, Johnny, but I think you said something like you didn't.
I know somebody who will buy them.
These are the hens if you want to see those, but so far I really like these decoys. As long as you don't overinflate them, they'll float right. If you put too much air in them, then they do have a tendency.
They have a lot better movement on the
Dude,
water.
that's the thing, is they're so light that any little bit of wind moves them.
Mm-hmm.
So we really like these. We started using these last year. Can't ever go wrong, the AVNX mallards. Now look at this though, it is kind of funny. Look at the size difference. I mean, I don't know, do you think there's a ton there? Looks like to me.
Oh yeah.
I really think this is
color
more
difference.
true to size, to be honest with you. I think AVNX makes theirs a little small.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, these are pretty big, dude. They might just draw a little more attention.
They look so good on the water though.
Yeah, they do. You know what I like? Because they're wider.
Mm-hmm.
They have a wider,
Yep.
paler look, so it draws a little bit better attention. These kind of blend in. This might be more true to size, the AVNXs, but these just, I don't know, plus the flocked heads. I like them both, otherwise I won't have them. So this is just a 6 decoy bag. What brand is this? That is a, Cabela's Northern Flight. They probably don't even make these anymore. But anyways, I guess let's check out Thomas's stuff. Guys, don't forget to subscribe too.
What's up guys? I'm gonna start off with my deer cart. I've had this for probably 4 years. It's nothing special. I got it on Amazon. It's actually lasted quite a while, but I've had to doctor it a couple times. I think you can see I got a bent nail right here. It's holding the wheel on because that fell off one time. Got a little spacer that I put in there. These things get beat up pretty bad. So hey, $100. I think it was about $100 on Amazon. It's lasted me 5 years, so I'm still rolling with it. I actually put extensions on this because I'm a taller guy, and it actually seems to make the stuff in your cart a little lighter, so I really like that. I got my jet sled here. This is just the medium size. Honestly, it's nice when I'm just hunting by myself, or if you got one other guy, all your stuff can fit in here pretty easy. I don't have the dog stuff or camera gear or all that. Usually it's just decoys and a gun in here, so this usually works out pretty great. I actually bought a black one and just spray painted different colors on there. Natural vegetation. It's kind of, the bottom's wore out, but you know, just to get rid of the black color. Got my Avery seat. I've had this 5 years. This thing still works great, so it's a great seat. No backrest though, but it's a great seat. I bought a dozen Avian X. These usually stay on my motion ducks. You can see right there, motion ducks. They pretty much stay on this all year. These decoys are kind of getting, I actually haven't even washed them. I need to wash them before the season, but these are flocked heads. These are about 4 years old now. It comes with this case. I'm not a big fan of this case, but I think it was a decent price, so can't really complain about that. I got a Lucky Duck spinning wing in here. I don't know, not a huge fan. I think I actually have to buy a new battery this year, but this is like the 3rd year, so I don't know. There's that. I'm not really partial to brands on spinners. I got a rig 'em right bag like Titus got. I'm gonna try it out for the first time this year. It's really nice because it's, you know, a little bit more compact than my other bags I got. Got my calls in there right now. You guys probably know what we use. I got a little butt garner. I got a finisher there. I love that pintail design right there. This is a little whistle. I think somebody, I can't remember who sent us these.
Polk Pattern.
Polk Pattern actually sent these to us, so shout out. They sound really good. I bought these. What? I bought these last year too. I love these bags. Titus actually had this bag 2 years ago.
I did?
This is the one that got lost somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Flew out of the back of my truck.
Titus actually had this bag. We're not sure what happened to
Someone stole it or it flew out.
It either got stolen or it fell out of the truck on a rainy day, something like that, when it was dark. So that was a real bummer, but these bags are really cool. I really do like this bag, but this bag, you will definitely not fit the same amount of decoys as you'll fit in a tangle-free 12 slot, and this is a rig 'em right 12 slot. So honestly, I got no complaints with the bag though. I really love the bag. Right now I got some widgeon and I got some pintails in here. I mean, these decoys, actually I haven't washed them, and they're about 4 years old. Look how good those decoys look still. They ain't bashed up at all. I mean, they need to be washed, but anyways, what I like about these two is they got these little slots up here and you can zip them up. So what I usually use these for, when I take jerk strings, or if I have those poles for my spinner, or the wings for the spinner. We have this other deal that's actually a hand pull spinner. So I put some of that stuff in here too. So it's pretty handy, because the last thing you want to do is be digging at the bottom of a bag for something. I put it right there. I know it's there. I'm good. I got another one. I actually got it in the marsh pattern. This is timber pattern. This is like gold right here. Right? See that? You just go, ah! There's mud on the outside, gold on the inside, baby. I love these decoys. Shout out to Johnny and Harrison. I know Harrison uses these. These decoys are so light. These are Dakota floatables. Floatable. I did the same thing you did. Stop saying that.
Same thing.
Dakota packables. Sorry, guys. But I really like this setup. We never really Texas rig. I know Tyson not a huge fan, but I bought these last year. I think I was too lazy. I didn't want to rig my own up or something like that. So it was like mid-season. We were hunting. I didn't want to deal with it. So I bought pre-made rig setup. I love it. It's a Texas rig setup, but I leave them in a slotted bag so the decoys don't get beat up. So what I like about this is when we get out there, pull this up, I got them all, and then when I go to pick them up, I can pick them up with the benefit of Texas rig style, and then I just slip them right in there.
I never said I wouldn't do that.
I didn't say you didn't.
Well, you said I'm not a big fan of it, but after I seen this last year, you know,
honestly, I don't want to re-rig all my decoys. I would probably like it if I did, but I think going forward, I'm pretty sure this is how I'm going to do it. These are lifetime decoys.
That's the only brand of those I would get if I got them.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No.
Because these don't have memory.
Yeah.
That's the problem with those Texas rigs.
These are steel cable, guys. This isn't that plastic stuff. And these things, I mean, they're called lifetime decoys, right? They're solid. I like it. I like the color on them. I like the weight on them.
They don't float.
No, they don't float. Like I said, you can throw them out. Then when you go to pick them up, you got Texas rig style. But then I just slide them in there, and then my decoys don't get beat up. So I really like that. You know what this baby is? I bought this case last year. It's a rig 'em right. I'm not super impressed with this, and I'll tell you why. I love this case. I love the pattern. I love it's a floating gun case, but my complaint is all the hardware on this thing First year, last year, this snap on this side broke, and then the loop actually just broke on me right now. Up here, it just pulled out. So I'm kind of upset about that, but whatever. I mean, it's kind of an expensive one for that stuff to fall off. But hey, keeps my gun clean. That's the job it's supposed to do, right? It's bad to the bone right here, son.
Does that shoot triples, guaranteed triples?
This doesn't guarantee triples, but I can tell you your chances of a triple just went up by probably 75%. I mean, look at that thing. Pow. I'm kind of weird. I cut my mid bead off last year because for some reason it was messing me up. I don't know what it was doing with my vision, but I took that off and I can tell a night and day difference with my shooting last year. I didn't do anything different. I didn't spend all off season at the range or anything like that. And I can tell you right now that I shot way better with this gun last year than I did with my Beretta the year before. I still have my Beretta. I love that gun. I didn't bring it today, but it's a A300 Outlander. But anyways, I got this Browning Wicked Wing A5 last year. I love how light this gun is. I love the way it swings. It's Cerakoted, so you can put it through some abuse and it'll be all right. As far as my choke, I still run my actual factory choke. This version came with these chokes. They look like a band. So I'm still running my factory modified. I got an Avery backpack. Honestly, I'm not a fan, really. It's too big, too bulky. Probably being nitpicky, but I just don't seem to use it for the backpack purposes of it. Got some shovelers in here. I think I got some gadwall. Yep, got some gadwalls in here. These are avians. These are actually pretty good. A couple of refuges we hunt up here have a lot of gadwalls, so we use these from time to time. So what Titus was talking about earlier is dry bags. I kind of folded these up just so you guys can get a good picture of them. I got these on Amazon. These are Marchway. I think actually Outdoor Limits uses these too. I use these actually a ton. So I use these as blind bags because sometimes the places we hunt, I got nowhere to sit my blind bag, and these other blind bags, you know, they suck up water in a hurry. So I could actually have this with me if I had food or shells or whatever, and I could literally just drop this in the marsh right next to me and not worry about my stuff getting wet. So, and I had a couple options to choose from. So if I went really, really lightweight, I could use this bad boy right here, and I mean, you don't get no more lightweight and simple than that. I still do have my other bag. This is a Rig 'em Right. This is a big bag. So this is an all day cold weather. I might be sticking a coat in there. Like, I'm packing everything if I'm taking this bag. I do like the bag. I mean, all these blind bags they make now are pretty good. You know, it's got a bunch of different pockets. You guys have seen them. Sitka Collar's glove. I really like that for cold weather. Love that baby. Shell belt. I don't know why. It's really convenient, especially on a hot day. Not a hot day, but a day where there's a lot of birds working. Just grabbing shells and throw them in your gun. You know what I mean? Man, I'm doing a commercial for Rig 'em Right now, huh? I got a Rig 'em Right duck strap. I do want to get a different one. I don't really care for these as much as like the leather strap that Titus has. I lost my nice one, so kind of fell back to this one. Last but not least, save the best for last. You guys know what that means. What do you guys think's inside? Wow, fresh. Barely taken out of the box one time. Yeah, I finally caved in, guys. I did it. I know.
He did say that he wasn't going to this year too.
I did?
You did, and Travis can verify.
I say a lot of things.
Yeah, he does.
I got him. Yeah, and here's the main reason why.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I wanted them. You guys already know about the Sitka waders. Titus had them for a full year. That zip is going to be nice in the early season, I can tell you that for sure. I still have my banded waders, but I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of them last year. They didn't get no holes, so hey.
What was your gripe about them?
My gripe, they're super, super baggy, and they have a second layer on the bottom, and they just seem to drag a ton of water. That's not a huge, that's like not the end of the world. But I don't know, I just didn't have a ton of gear to buy this year, so I was like, I gotta buy something for the new season, you know what I mean? You gotta add every year. You can't just like not buy anything for duck season. So my main purchase this year was the waders, so we'll see how it goes. Pretty sure I'm gonna love them, but can't wait for this season to start. It's hot as anything right now, but
how's rip?
Man, we're what, 20-something days away? Yeah.
I want to remind you guys too, send pictures in wearing your stuff. Remember, if we did that, if you're new to this channel, we've featured all. In fact, I'm gonna put it in maybe in the middle of the videos just to pop it up, like subscriber moment or something. I want to throw that in our videos. So send us pictures wearing the merch, the hoodies, the hats, the whatever you got, t-shirts. If you want t-shirts. Yeah, they're pretty bad. You guys need to pick these up, huh? I don't know what everybody's waiting for.
Who's ready to start duck hunting? Let's go.